What's up, guys? ARCHMAN here. Gonna do a little just kind of recap on the Spirit. So I had several requests on the Spirit in particular to do a an updated impressions video. So that's kind of what I aim to do right now. So yeah, had the Spirit for 4 or 5 months now, and use it all the time. Um, Not necessarily every day, but it's definitely, you know, always with me. I don't, you know, I can think of 10 days, in the last several months that I've actually put it on my belt in the little pouch. But usually, um, this guy just kind of rides in the pouch, and in my Timbuktu bag, in my man purse, if you will. So that's kind of where this guy stays. Um, but yeah, I certainly use it, once or twice a week, um, and it has been a great tool, for sure. Like I said, my last tool, which I carried for years and years and lost, was the Wave, and it was a great, it was all things considered a fine knife, a fine tool, um, but um, I still easily prefer the Spirit to that guy, um, for a lot of reasons. For one thing, which I kind of brushed on um, in the last video, having all the tools on the outside of the knife is just great. It's a fantastic design. Um, so just being able to get to that Phillips or whatever just easily, um, is you know it really doesn't seem like it would be that much of a time or step saver, but it is. It's great. That's definitely one of my favorite things about the tool, that I've just kind of appreciated, and it's just kind of popped into my head multiple times. um, just like, wow, that's fantastic. Another thing, that's, I'm not sure if I mentioned or not, but well, first off, I haven't done any maintenance to this tool. Like, I haven't oiled it, or you know basically I haven't oiled it for maintenance, which is important for these kind of tools. You want to keep these things lubricated, and certainly don't want them to rust, in the where they touch in the pivot area. But what I'm getting at here is, um, there's still no clumping, of the tools. If you pull a tool out, it doesn't even think about opening one of the other tools. You go in for this little punch, and that's all that comes out. It doesn't, and basically, it's not rocket surgery here, but it is. It's a neat feature, and it's those individual springs is kind of what I attribute it to. Um, Kind of a glare there, but you can see the little springs there. Um, so if you go for a tool here, um, you can see only that tool's spring is activated. Everything else is held into place by their individual springs. So pretty cool design there. Over the top, unnecessary, and um, really, really good way to do it there. Victorinox, and so that's a little touch that actually goes a long way. Um, but let's see here. I've used all the tools. Well, the only tool I haven't used is the saw, and just because every time I've needed a saw, I've had a better saw around, so, um, but that's not going to always be the case. Um, but let's see here. This little tool that I commented on in the other video, this kind of little sharp, multi-angled scraper, you know, chisely thing. It's a great tool. You know, it's turned out to be fantastic. Just like I thought. You know, for doing a little bit of wiring and electrical work. It seems to have a nice touch to it. You know, usable without, you know, going through the shielding and into your wire. You know, where you, if you've done that kind of thing before, you know, you cut the first couple pieces of wire, and I don't know, for me, I'm a little anal, and I'm just like, I don't like that at all whenever I cut through any of the little pieces of wire. But so that's working well. You know, everything else self-explanatory. You know, flathead screwdrivers. You know, it'd have to be a pretty shitty tool to not have decent flathead screwdrivers. The Phillips, you know, is perfect. It's just a spot on number 2 sized Phillips. It, you know, it is one of the things that this tool is lacking, that I've come across a few times, is a very small flathead screwdriver. You know, those are really nice. Like a very small flathead screwdriver. I, you know, in my opinion, would go a lot farther than this, you know, pretty small flathead screwdriver. You know, a teeny tiny little flathead screwdriver like you see on Leatherman tools can go a long ways. You can use that for getting very small Phillips head screws out. You know, and that's kind of where I've run into that with very small, like number 1 size or smaller Phillips screws. Kind of SOL with this tool. So, but that'd be my only gripe. And you know, I also always, pretty much always have. I mean, if I'm gonna have this tool around, then I'm gonna have my bag on me, and this tool I'm also gonna have with me, the little Micra. This Micra I've had for 10 years or something. You know, it's my second or third Micra too, because I've given them to folks. The Micra here is a phenomenal gift. I've given, you know, I've bought these as gifts for lots of folks, um, and they are well received. But it's got, you know, it's got the little flathead, you know, so that little guy, you know, indispensable little tool there for sure. And of course, its scissors are way better than the SwissTool scissors. Not that I use either one very much, but I certainly wouldn't even consider these little shits compared to this guy. You know, there's no comparison. You know, so, but that's kind of just how that works. Love the Micro. It's a great tool. But you know, all things considered, this is certainly more usable than the Micro. You know, but yeah, the tool's holding up great. You know, just last night I locked my keys in my car. Happened to, you know, didn't lock my bag in my car, and used this guy to cut and bend a piece of, actually it was an old fly swatter, but basically, which is what I found, but basically, you know, it was a coat hanger, you know, so, you know, had I not had this, I could have been in a little bit of trouble, or I would have been using rocks or something to bang out the coils in the fly swatter, because it was twisted up just like how a coat hanger is, you know. So anyhow, guys, yeah, you know, I imagine, especially the two in particular that were really asking for this video, I imagine you've been considering it. You don't have one, you know, they're $60 online, and you know, run, don't walk, and get one of these, because it's a phenomenal tool. I can't recommend it enough, and I'm sure you'll be happy with it. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Palabra a tu madre, and rate the video 5 stars. Just kidding.